Welcome, folks, to a spectacle, a tremendous light show hyping up this crowd as they get set for this matchup here tonight. This is Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Stadium, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Aggies will kick this away to start us off. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Texas Longhorns offense comes on the field first today. Well, the last meeting in this great rivalry was historic. First time as SEC rivals. First time they've played since 2011. Juiced-up environment in Aggieland. Texas handled business, actually dominated the game. The final score doesn't indicate that.
Chris, I'm with you. And one of the benefits, I think, of Texas joining the SEC is getting this rivalry back for college football fans and for these players. And, man, last year, what a conservative approach by Texas. A lot of firepower on that offense, but they relied on their defense to slow down Marcel Reed and just win the game by running the football. And they're able to get out of College Station with a win.
So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be first down. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. The shotgun handoff here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Back to throw. It's Manning. Snags a quick throw. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Really good defenses put an emphasis on winning the early downs. That means holding your own on first and second down. So you force the offense to consistently have to try on third and long. That's exactly what's happened here in this series.
QB decides to keep it here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Great call here on third down to go with the option. He decides to keep it himself, get some yards, but not enough for the first down. Interesting call coming up now on fourth.
So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. And he's got it from 58 yards away, never in doubt. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Fields it just outside the goal line. Excellent work by the coverage team. He's brought down after just a short return. The Aggies offense takes the field, the first chance we had to see them today. And each offense features a star tight end, Kirk. What an elite matchup of guys who can really hurt defenses in a variety of ways.
When was the last time we did a game where we were excited to watch 2 tight ends from opposing teams go against each other? But that's what we have today. Both of these guys are elite at their position. Both want to have bragging rights that they're the best in the country. Let's see who can be showcased better today. Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Brought down to the 23, good enough for a first down. The shotgun running play call. They'll tackle him right at the 31. Second down play coming up. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And it's good for a first down to the 36. This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Recovered by the defense, and they're on the move. Touchdown, Texas. The defense produces 6 points. That's a scoop and score. Defense making a monster play there.
His eyes must have gotten so big when he saw that ball pop out, chance to pounce on it, and instead of doing it the more conservative way and just falling on it, he decides to take it to the house for a touchdown, something he'll remember for the rest of his career.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried the throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Looking to throw here. Caught by the receiver. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Great accuracy here by the quarterback, hitting his receiver in stride on that slant, and it gave him a chance to pick up some yards after the catch.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? And there's the handoff. He gets loose. Now here he goes. He's in the clear. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
The defense got out-muscled at the point of attack there, and the back showed good vision to get to the hole and get the first down.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Dropping back, it's Reed. Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down.
Oh, that was close. Got just enough for the first down against that man-to-man coverage. Good awareness by the receiver to get past the sticks and move the chains.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Short connection to the tight end here. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
And the Longhorns offense takes the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Short throw complete to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Important 2nd down play coming up. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Quarterback will throw it off the one pass option. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and some are 2-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
Grab behind the line. It's Washington. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to throw yet again. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
I don't mind this aggressive approach here by the offensive coordinator, taking a shot downfield on 3rd down. Now you can either kick the field goal or still have a chance to go for it.
So now on comes the field goal unit. He connected the first time. This attempt is from 44 yards away. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will extend their lead even further. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Returner looking to make a play here. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Using his legs, it's Moss. First down, looking for more now. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Nice first down here by Texas A&M. The offensive line gets a hat on a hat, gets a good push, and once again, you see the history and tradition of Texas A&M with a great back.
1st and 10 play coming up. It's a shotgun run call. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackle, but first down.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw. It's Reed. The pocket breaking down. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
I thought the defense was in pretty good position there. They sat back and had good coverage, eyes on the quarterback, but you almost got to just give the quarterback and the receiver credit for being able to come up with that completion.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Oh, they've got him on the blitz.
Boy, this defense is having a game. So much pressure, so many sacks already. We're not even to halftime. The offense better do a better job of protecting, and I think the offensive coordinator needs to make some adjustments in his pass pro to give this quarterback a chance.
Oh, and they can't down it there. It bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Off play action, he's looking to throw. And he'll just throw it away to avoid the sack. After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Manning. Looking deep down the right side. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
So the explosive play changes the complexion of the drive. They're set up outside the 30 now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Chris, that wide receiver screen came close to hitting a seam, but the defense is just flowing to the football too quickly, and they kept him to a short gain.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. The RPO caught to the right. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. And in an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that, just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. And it's good right down the middle. And they add to their lead. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Owens. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Second down play coming up for this offense. Here comes the handoff. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Dropping back. It's Reed. Grab near the sticks. It's Concepcion. Tackle right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, the quarterback looks so confident there with this throw. Good job up front with the offensive line protecting on a pivotal third down. And anytime you're trailing in a game, you want to be able to convert. So good job by this offense.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Pass ball is incomplete, but there's a penalty mark. So let's check out that. Well, the lineman a little too far downfield, like a sheep wandering away from the flock, and that's a costly penalty. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looking to scramble now. That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the first down.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Here's the second down play. Play action fake, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I do not want to see the game film. This has been a tough game for the big boys. It appears almost like they've just been moonwalking the entire game, and they've been pushed all around. That's 6 sacks surrendered already in this game.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Grab down the middle. It's Concepcion. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
Great job by this defensive tackling in space. They are going to keep him short of the first down marker, and a big decision for this head coach on whether or not to go for it or punt it away.
And the Aggies will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. It's a booming punt, showcasing the leg strength. Kicked it too far. It lands in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Receiver in motion now. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Wide open downfield. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Trying the old counter play here. That run moves the ball across the 40. Again, makes it 2nd and medium. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
As a quarterback, you see a one-on-one matchup. You just want to get the ball out to your receiver. Hope he can shake that tackle and get upfield for some good yards. But, man, this corner made a great play after that reception.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. That's reeled in. It's more. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Now it's 2nd down here. Looking to chuck it again. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Breaks into the clear. They make the stop, but not before he gains the first down. The screenplay works. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
This will be the 9th play on the drive. Throwing off play action. He's going for a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Muscles past, and he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Longhorns. Runner shows toughness and real refusing to be brought down. Ends up in the end zone.
Yeah, that defender had no chance bringing down this ball carrier by himself. That's why you better have a couple defenders, or else you're going to have more touchdowns like this.
And now they'll set up for the point after. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Looking downfield. It's Reed. It's an out route. The catch made.
The key here to me, Chris, is the receiver runs a precise route, and the timing is impeccable. Quarterback cannot hesitate, because if he does, it could be pick six going the other way.
It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. Second down after that previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he heads out of bounds, moving backwards on that play. Didn't want to take the hit. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, what a grab! They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down.
Great job by the defender coming up with that tackle that'll keep him short of the first down. I think the quarterback thought his receiver could win any one-on-one battle, but this defender makes a heck of a play, and now we got fourth down.
Oh, it landed at the 7 and bounced into the end zone for a touchback. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. A change of direction. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. And the defense smothers him for no gain. So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49.
Boy, nice job by the receiver of selling this route to the outside. Created enough space back to the inside. And there's the timing again between the quarterback and the receiver, giving him a chance to come up with some yards.
The Longhorns lining up here on 1st and 10. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Crucial third down play right here. RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. And the lead is still 23 off the miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
This will likely be the last play of the half. And looking to throw now on first down. Fires it to the wideout. And the pass falls incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, the Lone Star Showdown is among the most bitter rivalries in football, and so far today, these two have really butted heads. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Texas A&M and Texas plays out.
Longhorns will kick it away to get us going in the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. To throw, it's Reed. Bringing pressure. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
Tough spot here, 2nd and long from their own 13. Heading left after the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw.
Man, I love the pressure by this pass rush. I know they didn't get to the quarterback, but they definitely affected the throw.
The Aggies will line up to punt it away. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And now the first play of this drive now from the 35. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen, but where's he going to go? The blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Back in motion now. Breaks into the clear. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Didn't expect to lose 4 on the first down run. Set up now 2nd and 14. caught behind the line. It's Moore. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
On a wide receiver screen with a corner that tight, you've got to do a good job of blocking him or screening him. Nobody there, and a quick reaction by the corner allows him to make a nice play.
Important third down play coming up. Dropping back, it's Manning. Running out of time in the pocket. The receiver makes the catch. That play enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
The Longhorns pick up enough for a first down here. Handoff here from the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Getting set. Here's second down. Takes off in a bootleg. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Got to do something here on third down to get back in range. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Spin move and still going. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
So a tough third and long on the 10th play of the drive. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Lets it go quickly. He makes the grab. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Very efficient on third down, and now it's 1st down and goal. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Finds an open target on the left side. Touchdown, Texas. Strong game by this quarterback. And momentum really building now. This one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. Man, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
Here comes the point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Fire to the right side, complete. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. On the run, it's Moss. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. A pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to throw. It's Reed. Makes a quick catch.
Well, I like how the quarterback used his eyes to move the defense and then came back and made an accurate throw there on the quick slant.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, he keeps it on the option, and it's not always the big play. It's sometimes just getting the first down. He does a nice job of knowing where he needed to go. And we got a new set of downs.
This offense has been struggling, still scoreless, but on the move now with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Picks up the first, looking for more. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39. Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. They finally make the stop, but the offense threatening down. 1st down to the 27. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They're going to run it here. Powering through. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
2nd down play coming up. Looking for a gap. It's Moss. He shreds the tackle. They bring him down, but the gain sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10.
What a drive by this offense. Another big gain, and look at the defense. Huffing and puffing, hands on their hips. This offense is wearing them down both mentally and physically.
And the Aggies trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And he knocks it right through. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll return it from inside the 5. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. To throw, it's Manning. Short for running back, makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense, short of the 1st down marker. A completion makes it 2nd down. And the wideout goes in motion. He'll hand it off. Here he goes. He's in the clear. At the 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns. Too much speed for the defense.
Well, it was just a matter of time till this guy found the seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that second and third level. And with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Back to throw. It's Reed. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
That completion makes it second and medium. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Makes a quick grab. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
If you play zone coverage and the quarterback is patient, this is a tough play to defend. Nice job of waiting for the receiver to get into the window and then making an accurate throw.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And notice how the balance of this passing game has been on display here. A whole bunch of guys getting involved, catching passes. That's tough to stop. And let's see if a comeback is in store here as we start the fourth quarter. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They open the fourth by going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Concepcion.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Important second down play coming up. Looking to throw again. Receiver makes the grab. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
The slant may look like an easy play to defend, but it can be really tough, especially against man coverage, without any help to the inside. If you're the offense and you continue to see that man coverage, they might as well just keep attacking just like that.
Back to pass. It's Reed. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
So second down after the incompletion. And he drops back in the gun. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Man, how about the job by this defense? I mean, we really expected this offense to be able to come into this game, put up big yards and a lot of points, and here we are in the fourth quarter. Collectively, they don't even have 200 yards total offense, and they just seem to be out of sync. Give all the credit to the defensive coordinator and those defensive players and the way they're putting this pressure on this quarterback and this offense.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Keeps it on the draw. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. To the air. It's Reed. Quick completion to the tight end. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
That short completion sets up a 3rd down play. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. Texas A&M has moved into the red zone now. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking right, this one caught. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow this clock to keep ticking.
Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Caught quickly. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, it's tough to play defense inside the 5-yard line. You're spread all over the field. They do a good job of pressuring, but more importantly, they keep the receiver short of the goal line.
Well, a field goal here does them no good, so the offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Catch made, gets the foot down, but there's no gain on the play. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. A handoff from the shotgun. They stop him, but it's a first down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Oh, man, I really like the route here by this wide receiver. Does a nice job of separating, creates some space there, The quarterback, unfortunately, just puts that ball too far out in front of him.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? He's running out of time here. Catch made on the right side.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Longhorns bring their punt team onto the field. Steps into this one, and it's a boomer. Wow. Ball lands at the 8 and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He lets it go on the move. Oh, he makes the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, they do a great job here on play action. The linebackers were completely fooled. 2 or 3 steps up into the line of scrimmage, opened up a nice lane behind the backers, between the safeties, for the quarterback to make the read and a good throw downfield.
Dropping back, it's Reed. It's a shovel pass, caught. Pass not complete.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch made on the out route. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
3rd down play for this offense. It's an out route, the catch made. Now play enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. Back to throw again. Short pass finds the tight end. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Pass caught, 2nd down now. And he'll set up to throw. The receiver grabs it. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
You know, not a lot of room there for the quarterback to operate, but he shows you the accuracy to be able to make that throw and get some yards.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quick throw caught on the left side. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a first down at the 17. Texas A&M is now operating in the red zone. Now in the red zone, it's Reed. Pass caught. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's stopped, but he gets a first down. The Aggies will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. So just 1 for 3 on red zone trips so far. They come up on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. It's Reed. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, you could tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And the PAT is good. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team, all over that to make the recovery. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Quick throw, the catch is made. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, an interesting call here. I know they have the lead, but I thought they might throw the football. They surprised me, but you know who they didn't surprise? That defense. They were not shocked at all by the run call on 3rd down and long. They stuffed that right at the line of scrimmage.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the punt lands out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they'll spot it here. This was a case of a higher-ranked, respected team that came in here and handled business. Did what we expected them to do, Kirk, but they did it with impressive focus and execution.
Man, you said it. These guys just seem to be on a mission today. They weren't going to let anything get in their way, especially another ranked opponent. This team was motivated from the opening kickoff.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.